day to everyone. I am Maria Thessalonica F. Maliksi from BECom 3A, and this is my research proposal, and the title of my research is all about the social media influence on women's body dissatisfaction and objectified body consciousness. I come up to this study because I wanted to see the social media influence that causes some changes in behavior or actions, such on the women's perception on body shaping and beauty, and how it changes the standard of beauty in the society. The widespread of social media has exposed idealized body images in people's lives, which has a negative impact on women's mental health. Images of the perfect body in social media often give the public a psychological hint that it is easy for people to become slim because the body is malleable. These visual impressions idealize the form of the body, on which it encourages people, mostly the women, to view their bodies as objects. It leads to comparison, and people use it as their own standard, which forms body dissatisfaction and strives for perfection. At that point, this can result in the body monitoring itself and maybe raise the likelihood of feeling ashamed of one's appearance and anxiety. So, this study will focus on how social media creates negative impact, specifically the effects on women's self objectification and body dissatisfaction based on body related advertisements and celebrity effects on social media. Also, the study went on to describe how physical self surveillance develops and how public perceptions shaped by celebrities result in self dissatisfaction. Additionally, recommendations for relieving young people's body shape consciousness due to various reasons will be provided. So now this is the statement of the problem. So this study sought to answer the following questions. Number one, how social media influence women's body dissatisfaction and objectified body consciousness in terms of A, advertisements and social media networking, and letter B, celebrity involvement such in aesthetics, in value and consumption. So how these two indicators or these two factors will affect or influence the women's body dissatisfaction. It is all in one in social media. So number two is, what is the reason why they need to objectify their body in terms of their feelings? If they feel ashamed or they feel confident about it, or they feel worried about their body or about what people will say about them. And letter B is their experiences. So number three is, why does women feel not contented or dissatisfied? So why do they feel dissatisfied about their body, about their beauty? So number four, how women describe themselves. This is the significance of this study. So this study is to know how social media influence the women's body dissatisfaction and body consciousness. It is to further know how powerful and influential the media is in terms of setting the standard of beauty and makes women feel ashamed of themselves and can lead to stress or into mental health. And in that case, we are able to understand the women more and their stand about it or their standpoint about it, so that we are able to give solutions to the problem. This study applied the phenomenological tradition, which show communication process can be seen and perceived differently by different people. Since this study will focus on how different women influenced by social media, it is communication as experience of self and others. We can see the standpoint and perceptions of different people in different situations within the given context, such as knowing the standpoint of different women on body dissatisfaction and objectification by the influence of social media. Under this is the objectification theory, which it is a framework for understanding the experience of being female in a culture that sexually objectifies the female body. Also, in this study, social comparison theory was used to illustrate how celebrities promote their bodies through the social media, causing users to be dissatisfied with their bodies. So now let us move forward to the research methodology. So under this research methodology is the research design approaches. So in this study, the researcher used qualitative approach to examine the opinions, behaviors, and experience of people or the women, such as knowing the standpoint, experiences, feeling, and behavior of women about their body. Phenomenology model was used as the researcher looks to gather information that explains how individuals experience a phenomenon and how they feel about it. This model recognizes that there is no single object reality. Instead, everyone experiences things different. So, with the use of theories, the outcome is described from the point of view. However, the researcher is still able to derive a set of findings that can be used to identify themes surrounding the phenomena under the study. Also, under the research methodology is the research locale. So, this study was conducted inside the province of Marinduque, Philippines. It is a heart-shaped island. It has 6 towns, which are the Buac, Torrijos, Mogpog, Santa Cruz, Buenavista, and Gasset. It is the chosen place because apart from where the researcher lives, there are many women and there are changes seen women here. So a lot has changed since the internet became stronger and social media became open to people or to the Marinduqueños in the province. Women have become more conscious of their physical appearance. That's why, based on the researchers' observation, the beauty of what they see on social media has become a basis of the people of Marinduque when it comes to or to the image of the body. That's why some women was being discriminated by comparing themselves to what people see on social media. And the reason why, if we look at some Marinduqueñas, we cannot say that they are from the province because some of them look like liberated or because of the influence of the social media. So in that case, Marinduque was chosen as the research locale. Another is the sampling. The researcher used the non-probability sampling. It involves feedback based on the researcher's sample selection capabilities and not on a fixed selection process, which the researcher focused on the purposive sampling. So purposive sampling is under the non-probability sampling, where Marinduqueñas as participants are selected or were selected at the researcher's discretion in considering the purpose of the study and the understanding of the target audience. So next is the data collection. So the researcher one-on-one interview in collecting the data. It helps the researcher understand a participant's subjective opinion and experience pertaining to the social media influence on women's body dissatisfaction and objectified body consciousness. Since we are in our statement of the problem, we need to gather their opinions, we need to know their experiences, their feelings. So I, as the researcher, choose the one-on-one interview in data collection. And lastly, under the research methodology is the data analysis method. So the narrative analysis was chosen to use to seek to organize the overall experience of a group of research participants' story. The goal is to turn women's individual narrative into data that can be coded and organized so that researchers can easily understand the impact or influence of social media to women's body dissatisfaction and objectified body consciousness. At the end of narrative analysis, researchers can identify certain core narratives and that capture the human or the women experience. So that is my research title proposal. I hope you have a good day. Thank you for watching. See you around!